Hello everybody, video for you today. Happy New Year, everybody. This is the Curse of Oak Island looks back and ahead, in which I look back at past episodes and also look forward to the next new episode. In this case, that next new episode is Tuesday, January 7th, after the show took 2 weeks off for Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve 2024. Let's get into it. During season 11, one of the researchers came across a photo of a book page that has this hand-drawn picture of Oak Island and other things on it. After that episode aired, Rick Lagina posted on Facebook and Instagram for help locating the book itself. It read in part, "The most important book to the team is a single copy, Tome 4 of the 1824 Instructions Generales en Forme de Catecisme. That may contain what we believe is a hand-drawn sketch of Oak Island on page 418. Our research indicates that this book was last sold to a person or entity in February of 2019. The copies we are looking for are one of a kind, as they contain notes, markings, ciphers, and drawings inside and outside the margins of the books. These hand-drawn editions are not part of the original printing, but were added by a person or persons at some point. The post paid off, as they were able to buy the book from the owner not too long after the post. And sorry about the reading of it. I don't know if that is Spanish or French, maybe. Don't know what that is. They posted asking for any information about this copper artifact that's on the left side, found on lot 8. The symbols on it have been linked to historic writings, such as the one shown here, possibly linked to constellations. So far in season 12, there's been nothing on the show about these two things. If you have any important information you wish to share with the research team, you can send it to oakislandresearchteam@gmail.com. No spaces, obviously. This is a Canadian $2 coin called a toonie. I think the $1 coin is called a loonie. This coin is significant because Marty Lagina dropped it into borehole H8 that they were backfilling in season 5 as a test to see if they would find it again. And they did near the end of season 7 when Gary metal detected it in the spoils of the RF1 borehole. And you can see here on this map how close they are to one another. In the upper left, excuse me, left, yeah. You can see the big circle around RF1, and then the dot below it, the red dot below it, is borehole H8, and so you can see how close they are. But apparently the takeaway is that there must be a connection between the two boreholes, and things are apparently moving around underground. Also in red here is Aladdin's Cave. All three were being preliminarily considered as caisson locations for season 12. There have been no caissons put in thus far in season 12 because they continue a drilling program in unexplored areas to try to determine the best caisson spots. Aladdin's Cave down in the just to the left of the webcam frame there is among the highest concentrations of gold in the water. And so that will probably be a caisson spot somewhere in there, maybe right in the middle. Episode 7, of course, as I said, it's called It's All Your Vault, and that includes new chapel vault related content. Evidence of it was discovered in the head and shaft area in 1931 by driller William Chappell, but that shaft flooded before they could dig down far enough. Many years later, Mr. Chappell and his son dug the chapel shaft, but water continued its lifetime undefeated streak on Oak Island. This well on lot 26 was pointed out to Rick Lagina by Dan Blankenship before the TV show started even. It was significant to Dan because it would never freeze even when the bay and other wells on the island would. Once Dr. Spooner began testing the Money Pit area water for precious metal content, he also investigated the Lot 26 well, not only finding it to be high in silver content, but also carbon dating its construction to 1100 AD. Since that information was on the show, there's been nothing further done there, or at least nothing that's been shown on the show. This is a shot of the Money Pit area from the season 12 premiere drilling down pre-show. And it shows the first caisson location with a red circle to the left of a red stake, both behind the white pickup truck on the right side. It is more west than the more frequent digs right in front of the garden shaft area. There are probably a few more episodes before the caisson operation will start. As promised, the January 7th, episode 7, called It's All Your Vault, synopsis reads, after more than a dozen years of searching, the team may have discovered the legendary Chapel Vault. And then January 14th, episode 8, called A Bead on the Target. While the team continues to hunt down the legendary Chapel Vault in the Money Pit, new structures are uncovered in the mysterious swamp that strengthen a developing theory. Taking a look at the preview for episode 7 of season 12. The It's All Your Vault preview shows the debut of metal detection expert Gary Drayton's daughter, her first meeting with Rick and Scott. And then finding something in what appears to be spoils. Since she is not in the lab here, I would assume this is not what she just found in those spoils. So you can see it right there on the middle of the table there. We don't get to see what it is, but Emma and Laird both say it's old, but they don't say how old. The rectangle on the right below my fabulous logo there is the head and shaft that you saw in the other map. And you can see a possible caisson circle in red. It's very light, just beyond the left corner of that rectangle. Steve Guptill says the area has not been explored much, which is probably why they are looking at it and considering it for a caisson. Maybe that's going to be the next borehole for drilling. And the different wood here, different wood layers, prompts Craig to say this could be the vault, assuming it's talking about the Chapel Vault. It was described as being a layer of concrete on a wooden box when originally drilled into in 1931. Finally, not in the preview, but from the season 12 opener drilling down pre-show filmed about halfway through the season filming, host Maddie Blake is shown what Gary says could be William Phipp's vault in the upper swamp. Maddie is pointing at it on the ground and we can't see it from this angle, of course. Gary says he and Katja have pulled a lot of good finds out of it. Apparently that is going to be on the January 14th episode, unless there are different structures found other than that one. I'll continue recapping new episodes late Tuesday nights as they air, while also finishing up season 8 retro recaps. All of the other seasons are already done and are in my Oak Island playlist. I'm also very slowly recapping The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch seasons 2 through 4. I've already done seasons 1 and 5 and they're in the Skinwalker Ranch playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Sempre avanti, and Happy New Year to all.